Snake plants are easy to grow from leaf cuttings, but one mistake could result failure propagation. Hello my fellow YouTuber, welcome back. This is Marcelina at cashewgreens.com. In today's video is a follow-up video of our snake plants leaf cutting propagation. But before we continue this video, if this is the first time you discover my gardening channel, consider to like this video, share to all your friends, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. So let's get started and see you in the other side. Way back few months ago, we propagated our snake plants from leaf cuttings using the three different methods of propagation: the fog panics, the nesting box, and the bowl. Now, one of these methods of propagation, our cuttings failed to root. So today on this video, I'm going to show you guys an awesome result. So keep watching because we're going to discover this result together. So let's go and check it out. Okay, I'm back here in the greenhouse. Let's check this out. Look at this one, guys. This is the misting box. Look at that. That's a new shoot. How about this one here? Look at this one, guys. Wow. It's a new baby in here. So probably this one here. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's a lot of shoots in here. Wow. About this one here. Look at that. Look at this one here. Wow, the root is amazing. So, wow, look at this one. So all of these cuttings are rooting. The first time I propagated this snake plants, I had two mistakes. And the cuttings did not have a chance to root. So what I did, I redo the propagation. So I took them out and I saw the, the, the top and then the bottom, it was rotting. It is because I placed them in the misting system, and these snake plants don't like water in the top. You know, if you water them on the top, it started to rot. So what I did, I took them out and I cut the tip and I sit for a few minutes and I soak them in the Clonix gel hormone. And after I soak them for a minute, I put them back in the misting box. But I did not put this box back to the misting system, and I placed this here instead. So when you propagate your cuttings with this plant, make sure that you don't water the leaves. Water only the soil. So keep the soil moist. And because if you water them the top, it started to rot. Look at this one, guys. It's beautiful. So stay with me for a while, guys, because there is another surprise that I'm going to surprise you. The other method of propagation. Look at this one here. Look at that. Wow, this is a lot. All of them is root. All of them are rooted. So we're going to check the second propagation. So we will continue after this. Okay, so this is the snake plants that we propagated in the bowl. And you remember I told you on my video that I never had success rooting my cuttings using this method. So I was thinking that since it was not rooted, I would transfer them to a pot or maybe transfer them to the misting box so they can root. But I changed my mind. I said to myself, like, well, how about if I just keep these snake plants here in the bowl and see, if they started to root. So I keep it in here, and within few months, like 2 months later, these cuttings start to root. Look at that. See that, guys? Wow, look at that. It's rooting. Look at this one here. Wow, look at that. It's a new baby in here. So all of these cuttings are rooting. I want to show you the whole thing here. Look at this one, guys. Look at that. That's beautiful, all of them. So it took 2 months to root these cuttings, and it takes a while, but at least we are successful in our propagation. So I'm going to stay with me for a while, guys, because I'm going to show you on the best way to propagate the snake plants faster. Because this one is a little bit longer. If you don't have patience, sometimes I don't have patience propagating plants. So that is why I use the Clonix gel hormone to speed up my propagation process. And I use different types of methods that will, you know, that will produce more roots. So this method is longer, but as I mentioned, we are successful doing this. And I'm going to show you again on how to propagate faster using the same method, but we're going to add an extra bonus in here on how to speed up our rooting instead of waiting for 2 months. Then if we can cut down to maybe 4 weeks or 1 month, that is better. So stay with me until to the end because we're going to start our propagation. Okay, so we're going to propagate again our snake plants in water and in soilless media, the same method, the same techniques. But stay with me till to the end, guys, because I'm going to give you an extra bonus on how to expedite your rooting. So when we use the bowl, we don't put anything on it. But this time, I'm going to share with you what I added to the water so you can root those cuttings. So what you need here, make sure you have your mother plant, and then you have the materials ready. I have this pruner, make sure that the pruner is sharp. I had the knife if I want to use the knife. And also I have the marker to mark my label, and I have the masking tape, and I have the alcohol. Always bring alcohol with you. Now the first thing you need to do is to disinfect your pruner. So you disinfect your pruner, and then with paper towel, you wipe them. Now you are going to cut the leaves. So here, as you can see, guys, my snake plant is flowering. You see that? It's flowering. So I'm going to cut this one here down to the base. See? That's your base. And then to make sure that you have more propagation, you have to cut the leaves a couple times. So there's another shoot in here. Propagation is fun if you can root all of them. If you are successful in your propagation, it is exciting. So this one here, okay. So all right, so we have this one here. We have our cuttings. Now when you do the cuttings, make sure that you don't reverse the cuttings. So always keep an eye of your leaves. So what you need, this one here, you can cut in half. So I normally cut in half. So if I do this, I know I don't miss my cuttings. So I know that comes from there. You can also cut this one here 2 ends if you want to, but I do this way so I don't reverse the cuttings. Snake plants is very easy to grow. This one here, I have to cut 3 times, but I have to line them, or maybe 4 times. So I have to make sure that I don't miss this. So always make sure you're done. So that's it. Now, the next thing you do is to add the Clonix. So you always have this Clonix gel. I always use this Clonix Clonix gel hormones for all of my propagation. I feel like my propagation is worthless if I don't use this. So I am depending 100% of this product. Okay, so I have this big container of the Clonix gel. So I'm going to pour this one here in this plastic. You just pour a little bit, okay? All right, so just coat your cuttings. Coat it well. Okay, so I will set this one for a few seconds so the gel will absorb by the cuttings. Okay, so let's go back to the greenhouse and put this one in our misting system. Okay, so we're going to place this one here in the misting box. So make sure that you bury them a little bit deeper, because if it is shallow, it takes a while for the cuttings to start to root. So you just place like that and then cover maybe close to half of the cuttings. Place it down. Allow 4 inches apart. So when they start rotting, they have place for the root to expand. All right, so after you place them in the box, you water them, make sure you moist the media. Okay, that's good enough. And then after you propagate them, label them. So what I'm doing in here, because this is only strictly for the snake plants, so I'm not going to label them individually, but I'm going to label the box. So I put in here snake plants, and date, so 7/23/20. So I have it in here, the name of the plants that I propagate, and then the time and date. So I will check this one within 2 weeks. So I will place it in here, and that's it. So that's how you propagate the snake plants. Okay, so we're going to propagate the snake plants in the bowl. The same method. You have to cut it. So I will put this one here for now. So place in the bowl. Okay, now it is in the bowl. Now what we're doing here, we're going to add Clonix gel in here. So I'm going to put this one here. Just a few drops. And then you stir them. You can also put Clonix clone solution, but it's okay if you put gel in here. So this one would dissolve over time. Now that it's in here, we're going to place this one in the area where away from this sunlight, and we keep them. We refill them. You can refill them every week, but because you added this solution, you can refill the water within 2 weeks. So, all right. So this is how you propagate your cuttings using the bowl. Now here's another extra bonus, that in order for this water to keep moving, you need to add an earth stone. So I'm going to add an earth stone in here so that the bubbles can create that oxygen in here. So it also helping the cuttings to generate roots. Now once they are starting to root, then there will be an oxygen for our propagation. So let's go ahead and put our earth stone here. Okay, so I have the earth stone in here. This is this turn, look like this. You can buy this one in the store. It doesn't cost you much, probably $3 or $4, or you can buy it on Amazon. So if I will put all the product in here on the video, so you can just check it out. I will link you guys in this video. So what you need, you just put this one in the pump and then insert in here, then it starts doing the bubble. So I'm going to insert this one in the pump. Okay, so here's our propagation in the bowl. So as you can see, it's bubbling. So this is the earth stone. See that? So this one helps the rooting to start, because there is an oxygenation. The water is not stagnant. So when you do this kind of method, add an earth stone. And I connect the earth stone in here in the pump. So this is my pump. Let's see. Okay, that's the pump. So I attach that area in here. Okay, so we're going to repot these new rooted cuttings, and I'm going to show you guys step by step, and I'm going to share with you the product that I always use it in here. For those of you who haven't seen my propagation with snake plants, so I'm going to share that again today. So I'm using this kind of media. So this is 50-50 cocoa fiber and perlites, and then the happy frog. Okay, so during transplant, the seedlings will go into transplant shop. I do a lot of videos on this, and most of my videos I always share this product, the Mycoplus. So as I mentioned for all of my videos, that Mycoplus is my beneficial fungus that will help your seedlings against pathogen, because when they are new and then they're just developing the root system, so you need to protect that by giving the Mycoplus. This will help the seedlings. Now it also contains a little bit nitrogen, and in helping this to start, and also it is buffer against transplant shock. So I will link this product, guys, in this video, so check the link. So what you need, you don't need anything, or you don't need a lot of this. You just get a little bit of pins. You can put this directly to the root, or you can add this into the water. So what you need, I have this bucket in here, and you have to pinch the root. So just a little bit pinch in here, and then place this one in the container. Then after that, you add another soil. Okay. So that's how you plant your new seedlings. Then after you plant them, you water the plant. Just water them a little bit. Make sure that they have a good drainage. Okay. So this is how you grow them in the pot. Okay, so this is the video for today. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like the video, consider to subscribe. Also, don't forget to share to all your friends, and if you have any question, just write the comments below this video. Also, you can visit me at cashewgreens.com. See you next week. Adios.